welcome to what appears to be an insanely sunshiny episode of Karma's a Stitch. It is very cloudy, but the sun is right there. I'm in my workshop area right now, and I can't record in my house. It's loud everywhere right now. It's Thursday night. I think it's March 27th. And typically I would record on Monday or Tuesday before I go to the yarn shop on Wednesday. And you guys, if you watched last week's episode, you will know that I was having an amazing weekend. I had such a fun weekend scheduled, and we will come back and talk about that in a little while. But when I got back in town on Monday, I hit the ground running. I had a bazillion things that I needed to do. I got Alex back to start my week with her. Tuesday, I had appointments. And Wednesday I was at the yarn shop. I have not had a chance to record. And today is Thursday. And I try to record early enough so I have time to edit and get it up on Friday. And I've waited to the last minute. And in my house right now, I have a very excited puppy and a very excited Alex. And music is playing and everybody's laughing. And I just don't have the heart to ask them to please tone it down so I can record an episode. I should get my priorities straight, right? So I'm out in my shed and I have the door open and it's windy and cloudy and I think we have a storm coming in, but the sun is so crazy intense right now that it is beating through those clouds. So the light might be a little off today and I'm sorry. But if I close the door, then it's going to be too dark in here. Let's talk about some knitting. I'm Tonya, and if you're new here, you guys, I'm sorry for that crazy, very long-winded introduction. This is Karma's a Stitch. This is episode 101. How bonkers. I'm looking around because I have lots of stuff going on around me at the moment, but my knitting is over there and I'm going to be grabbing it. So if you guys are new here, I do my episodes. I say I do them a little differently, but I think there's several people doing it like this now, and I think it's exciting. And I've been doing this for about a year and some months, and I open up my dice app on my iPad and we roll the dice, and the first dice tells me which cubby to go to on my whip wall, and the second one tells me which project to take out of that cubby. Now, last week I rolled my Stephen West Slipstravaganza blanket, and that blanket, there's just no way that wasn't going to be an FO. That's not going to be an FO the next time I roll it either. But that's okay because I made good headway on it, and that was the whole reason why I started working with these dice and creating a whip wall that I could do at a very random order. I did it, otherwise projects like this Slipstravaganza blanket would never get worked on because I know, it's going to take me so long to get that done. I'm not going to get it finished. But doing it this way, I was able to roll the dice and I knew I was going to work on that project for at least 1 week. And then I could put it back on the whip wall and I would roll it again. If I didn't do that, it would just sit there and sit there and sit there. So this is how I've decided to work through my whips. I will show you guys the progress that I made because I'm pretty pleased with the progress. And when you look at this, just bear in mind that there's nearly 800 stitches on the needles. Okay, so I'll grab that. Okay, so yeah, there's about 800 stitches on the needles right now. So when you look at my progress, just know that each time I run around, I was going around about 800 stitches. So maybe it doesn't look like a lot, but it is. So this progress keeper right here, this purple one, that is where I was last week when we rolled it. And I got this many more of the little bubbles done. Now, in this pattern, I have to do 12 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the 5th one right now. Whenever I started this week, I only had 2 done. I had the white and the gray. So I feel like I did really good. But when I look at that, it's what, 2 inches? Maybe an inch. Yeah, it's probably about 2 inches. It's not a whole lot for a week. But there's 800 stitches. So that is my progress. This is how my slip stravaganza blanket is looking right now. I think it's going to be beautiful. I think these little bobble bits that I have to do 12 of are probably my appearance wise. I think these are my least favorite part of this blanket, but they're super fun to make. But when I look at this blanket as a whole, I don't particularly care for this pattern part, but the rest of the blanket, once I get past that, I think like this, all this right here is beautiful. The honeycomb, I'm very happy with my color selection. So we are going to put this back in my Mondo bag that my mother made for me. And we're gonna roll the dice and see what we get to work on this week. And then once we roll the dice and we look at what we're gonna work on this week, I will show you a couple cast-ons and talk about my weekend. So let's get my iPad. Okay, so there you go. You can see the reflection. Sorry, guys. So I don't have anything else open. Nothing else is open. So we'll open the dice app. We're going to tap the screen. We're going to go to cubby 10 and grab project number 1. So let's go see what we've got. Hey, okay. So I've got my Mondo bag down here with my slip stravaganza blanket. We're going to go to cubby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's only one project in here, so we're gonna grab this. I know what's in here. Let's go take a look. Okay, if you've been around here, you might recognize this project bag. So this project bag, my local yarn shop has a D-stash section. And this bag was over there. And I fell in love with it. So this project is my Velacore by Andrea Mowry. Oof. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is how far I've gotten. And I'm going to have to go back, obviously, because I'm just pulling this back out again, and see how many inches it tells me to do, because I do know that I was going to do more inches. I don't want a crop top. I will include a picture, or maybe I'll see if I have the printed pattern in here. Let's see here. I do. So the people that live across the street from me they're repairing their fence. And so they have their saw going. So if this video is choppy, it's because I'm trying to chop out all the sections where you can hear their saw going. But yeah, the pattern says that I need to repeat the pattern until the body measures 12 inches from the cast on edge. I think I'm pretty close to that. But let's see if I can find a good picture. I think there's a good one. It's so funny that this is what I'm rolling this week, because there was literally, I don't think she watches my channel, but I was just talking to somebody at the yarn shop that cast on one of these, and it is absolutely, there we go, Andrea Mowry. Look at that. So once I get the body the right length, like, it shouldn't take me too awful long. Let's see if there's another photo in here, but I don't want to show you any of the pattern. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So the Velocore by Andrea Mowry. That is what I will be working on this week. Now let's talk about some cast-ons. Okay, I think they're finally finished sawing across the way, but no promises. So I do have a few new acquisitions and a few cast-ons. I'm not going to put them into any kind of order because I have some of my new cast-ons inside of my new acquisitions. So let's talk about this bag right here. So this bag I got during my weekend away. We went to the yarn shop in the town that we were visiting. It's Twin Falls, Idaho, and it is called the Yarn Shop. So that is where I went and I got this. And I have decided, last week, you guys, I shared with you the really thick cotton that I had gotten for Alex and I to have matching cardigans. Well, I have cast on, let's see if I can do this without dropping any stitches. I have cast on Alex's cardigan. So here's the collar. It does open, but I'm in the middle of a row right there. And I'm doing this on a US 17. I made my own stitch markers that would fit on there because I didn't have any. But look at that marled look that I'm getting from this cotton. Ugh. I'm so excited, but I will tell you that as thick as this material is and knitting, and it's cotton, so there's like no give in it. The muscles around my sternum hurt so bad because this was one afternoon. Like I'm on a US 17. This was one afternoon of knitting. It is a raglan. I'll show you the pattern. It's called Better Days Cardigan by Kara's Knit. Here's a picture of it. Ah, so cute. I'm so excited about this. And this is Alex's. So I started with Alex's, so I knew I could make hers the way she liked it, and then all the extra material is gonna go into mine, so mine will have more length. But what I realized when I got into this wool, is that some of it, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, is gray and black. Some of this is white and blue. And then I have another set that is black and white. So it has this white strands with the black. But I'm just combining all of them to make these cardigans. I'm just combining all three of the colors because it's so marled and they're so slight that if I just mix them all together, you're not going to be able to tell. So cast on number one, acquisition number one. Look at my new bag. It's a Hohe and Company bag. Love it. I love this bag. It is the softest leather, short little handles. I love this bag. I'm so excited. So as we were there this weekend, I say we, I got to go out of town with a group of absolutely amazing crafters, and we were all in a house together. And one of my friends brought her husband, and he cooked for us, and we just got to relax and enjoy each other's company and stories, and it was just such a fantastic weekend. I don't know if I would change anything. Each morning I got up, I got to have my headphones on. I do start each of my day with worship and worship music. And so the first day I woke up there, sorry, the sun is going down behind somebody's house now. The first morning I was there, I got up and my girlfriend went with me and we went for a no-talk walk. And she had her headphones on, I had my headphones on, and I just got to enjoy some quiet worship time. And then the next day, she was like, my back hurts. She got up and enjoyed a mimosa in the hot tub. and we just went for a walk later on in the day. But in the morning, because that is how I like to start my day, is with my headphones and music. And these ladies were so understanding, and they were just, it was just such an absolutely fantastic group. And I had an amazing time. Now, while we were there, they were like, let's do bingo. So we did do bingo, and it was a blast. And they actually asked to do it both nights. So we did do it both nights. And so we will be doing bingo on the channel, you guys. It just seems like it's something that so many people truly enjoy doing. So let's do it. And while we were talking about our plans, and, you know, little groups would break off and go into the swimming pool or the hot tub or to play pool or just to sit in the room and knit. It was just all so relaxing. And as we were all coming together as a group, hey, why don't we pick a pattern and we all cast on the same pattern? We're going to the yarn shop tomorrow. If we pick a pattern tonight that takes 1 to 2 skeins, that is, you know, beginner, intermediate, we should be able to all just have this great project that we all remembered this weekend by. And so the pattern that we chose is called the Omu. I will put a picture in because it's just beautiful and it's easy. And when I looked at it, I really thought it was like mosaic. It's not, it's baubles. And I am so thoroughly enjoying this. But by choosing that project Friday night, when we all went to the yarn shop on Saturday, we knew we wanted to support that local business. And so we all went in and we knew that we had something that we were going to buy yarn for. So let me show you what I got. The first wool that I got is Malabrigo. I'm pretty sure it's Malabrigo. Yep, it is Malabrigo. And it is Sabidura. I don't know how to pronounce this color. Here you go. I'll let you guys. What is that colorway? Sabidura. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this is what it looks like. And this is 420 yards, 100 grams, fingering weight. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And you see all that fuzzy around it? That's not my hair. Let me show you what I'm holding it with. Blue Savannah, still waters, lace weight, 70% kid mohair, 30% silk. It's 50 grams, 475 yards. And look at this color, you guys. I mean, I don't know if you can see the purple hue in that, but there is just the ever so slightest hint of purple. Ugh. Isn't that beautiful? So the hair that you see hanging off of this is not my hair. It is the kid silk mohair. And I'm holding these two together. Would you like to see my progress? And it was such a treat because when we went into this yarn shop, both the yarn shop owner as well as Kristen from Blue Savannah were both there. So I got to say hi to both of them, which was lovely. I don't know the yarn shop owner very well. I had called her and I was like, hey, I'd really like to come down, and I was just gonna go down and hang out and visit and knit. And that's about when all my injury and my surgery and everything's kind of popped up unexpectedly. And by the time I thought about it again, it had been weeks. So I'm sure she thinks I'm an absolute and total flake, but maybe she's right. But the next time I thought about it, I was just weeks post, and I'm like, anyway, here we are. I got to visit with her. But Kristen with Blue Savannah, I also got to visit with. You guys, look at this project. Look at how pretty that is. Can you see that? Of course you can see that. I'm shoving it in your face. Yeah, so when I first looked at the pattern, I thought this was just some mosaic knitting. Nope, they're little mini baubles. Now, with this Kid Silk mohair, I am holding it double because it's a lace weight, and it's just amazing. And I've got the pattern memorized. I am loving it. I will put a picture of the pattern up here if I have not done that already. But yeah, I've had such a fantastic week. But I'm home now, and I have so much wool to dye. I am currently working on the local yarn shop exclusive colorway for Three Loves. I am so thrilled to be able to do that, and so that is what I am currently working on. And I would show you my counter, but I have stuff poured and mixed and measured all over there, and yeah, it's not a countertop to be proud of. But I have heard from lots of you guys about the next cast on party, which is going to be on May 3rd. So if you haven't gotten to me and you want to be added to that list, let me know, and I will add you to that. And we will be doing bingo. I need to look at the date for that. I'll try to have that date for you guys next weekend. It might be a quick turnaround, but we'll see. I need to see where Easter falls and the trunk show. And anyway, I have a few things I have to look at in that regard. But you guys, with that being said, I think that's all I've got. I'm going to get these 2 new cast-ons put up on my whip wall. I'm going to work on my Velacor for a week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.